Alright. Back at it again, episode 20 maybe? 20 of the Performance Academy podcast with the co-hosts Zach Rowe
and Josh.
And back at it again. Did not prepare at all for this episode, so we're just gonna talk off the top. And it is what it is. Last time we were prepared. We went over the UFC stuff, so
every other's pretty good.
Yeah, every other. We could BS for 45 minutes and just talk. We'll do as we do. Starting with our fitness related stuff. You kick it off.
All right. So this is just my second week of getting back into lifting more often. It hasn't been a super set program, but I've mainly just been focusing on trying to squat at least twice per week, and then bench pretty much twice per week as well, just so I can get those movement patterns down and get my nervous system firing. That's really what it's mainly focused around, and then doing a little bit of posterior chain as well, but not too many sets of anything. Just
compound lifts. Yeah,
just doing compound lifts, doing them often. And then pretty soon I'll get on a set plan. That's kind of it.
Any cardio right now, or just jiu-jitsu?
Just jiu-jitsu. Yeah. And then I do play soccer for the most part twice a week. Once on Monday nights and once on Sunday afternoons. So I guess that kind of counts. And also doing jiu-jitsu now. This will be my first week of doing 5 times per week.
Jesus Christ.
So, yeah.
Do they do this? Do stripes? Everything?
No.
No. It's just white, blue. So on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It'll be interesting to see what. Because I'm planning on competing. I think next month there's an in-house tournament. I think I'm gonna try to get in on that. But then also Long Beach is supposed to open up in 3 to 4 months, and I just heard today from somebody that he heard through the grapevine that we got a pretty good insurance claim. So. Hopefully we have money to have a pretty sick gym, so we'll see how that gym opens up. And
where would it be?
I mean, it should be in Long Beach somewhere,
Well, yeah. So.
But I don't know where. But
the downtown area.
I have no idea really. So hopefully I can get promoted around then. I don't know. I mean, then that coach would kind of have to see me for a while. But I mean, who cares really about promotion? Because then, I mean, that's just kind of a name thing. You could be a sick white belt beating, whatever.
Blue belt.
But yeah,
Blue was the next one, right?
Yeah. But just for the sake of it, I would like to get my promotion soon. I could have gotten it probably months ago. That's what the coach at Orange told me, but he just said, you're from Long Beach, so your Long Beach coach should probably promote you. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing.
Where's your coach from Long Beach been training?
He's just been training with people in the jiu-jitsu community that he knows. I saw him at HQ a couple times in LA with Eddie Bravo. And yeah, that's really it. Don't know too much, but a bunch of the Long Beach guys are all spread out across the different 10th planets, the ones who are still training for the most part.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to get back into lifting. It's probably gonna be 4 days a week of it's gonna probably be I might do lower, upper, and then the 5th day might be a arms and shoulders type day. I think that'll be a solid plan and enough lifting, enough volume, I think. As long as I get it in, especially initially, it should be solid.
Yeah, 5 days a week of jiu-jitsu, that's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that's only so that's 10 workouts plus I guess my other 2, which are soccer, so 12. But that's not really too bad compared to I mean, it's a lot, but I was already doing a lot before.
Yeah.
So I think I can tolerate this pretty well compared to what I was doing.
For sure. Yeah, I've still been pretty unstructured. I just don't really want to get a set plan until I get back from my trip. I'm gonna be gone this upcoming Monday, and I'll come back the following Monday, and then I'll just have a set kind of finish last 2.5 weeks to just get me prepped as much as I can for the triathlon, and then after that I'm gonna take some time off triathlons. I want to try to get more back into lifting because I've been the times I have been going to the Y to lift, it's just been so much fun, and I miss that, and it's hard to do all of it, to peak at your peak for cardiovascular fitness and maintain the lifting. It's really just I'm not good enough with my sleep and my recovery to be doing that at my max. So I'm just gonna take some time off the triathlons and just chill out on that, lift some more. And I'm planning on going to Vegas in August, late August. So I'm trying to get just be looking as good as possible for that, to be honest. just to be honest. So
You gonna pack on some size before that, or what?
I'm just gonna lift more weight, be lifting more weights. So like I'll probably get a little bit bigger. I mean it's not that much time, but
Yeah.
I just like the way I feel when I lift weights, and I just stay like vascular. I like having the veins pop in a little bit, in the arms. But I like staying like lean, and I'm just gonna stay a little bit more consistent. I really wish I didn't do that keto bullshit.
Yes.
I feel like I was in a really good groove with the nutrition, and I was like at the lightest I was, and I felt like I was maintaining very easily, and I was just in a groove, and now that threw me off, and now I have to kind of pick it back up. But then the whole vacation thing, I know it's going to be damn near impossible to be staying on a good nutritional regimen in New Orleans. Like it's just
Yeah.
bullshit food,
Soul food.
beignets and soul food and gumbo and whatever else,
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya. So once I get back into that, I'm just gonna be being really on it with the nutrition. But I've been doing like the anabolic French toast. I've been incorporating that back in pretty much all my breakfasts. I've been doing the apple cinnamon muffins for my desserts. Haven't been eating too much bullshit. That's what really fucks me, is that late at night after dinner, is eating nonsense after that. So I got the muffins now, so those are really good. I'll eat like 2 or 3 of those. Has a bunch of fiber in it, a bunch of protein, Yeah, just trying to look good for
Food like that is so hard for me to eat though, because like the fiber, like I need food that I can just like slam down and eat more and more of it.
Yeah, I mean you feel full, but that's the idea of it.
Yeah.
To feel full. So like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't consume as many calories myself,
Sure. Personally, I don't feel physically good when I'm like trying to just eat as much as I can. I feel better when I'm eating a lot, but it's all low calorie stuff, and I'm getting a lot of fiber in, and I'm getting a lot of protein in, and yeah, like the best I've ever felt was like going up to that triathlon I did before when I was like 162. So I'm just trying to get back on that, And I think you said, did you say this prior to, or no? I think you said it on the podcast. I can't remember. It all blends up together. Is the diet app?
I think I said that before.
Oh, you said it before. Okay, yeah. So like, for me personally, like that diet app I didn't really enjoy it all that much, because I just don't like counting macros and all that. We don't have to get into all that, like just the calorie content and whatnot. But I just really like, for the most part, I'd say like 80% of my nutritional content's coming out of that cookbook, and I feel pretty solid with that. I still have room to fuck off and eat some stuff that I maybe shouldn't, but then I don't feel like super locked in like I was with the keto, and psychologically it's just a lot easier. Really. So yeah. Anyways, that's it there. Nothing really too special. So yeah. No good fitness JRE podcasts this week, these last 2 weeks rather. So I thought I like going over Greg Doucette's thing, because he does a lot of current event type stuff.
Are you going to the range today?
Am I going to the range today?
Yeah.
I can.
Okay.
I was supposed to meet with my trainer buddy Marianne, but I can go to the range.
Because I told you we were going like 5.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, we'll probably be done around that time. Yeah, so the first one is the Stallone fake weights. So if you haven't seen it, I don't understand why it was just so. You said you haven't watched the video, huh?
No, but I can kind of get the idea. He's
So
side laterals at 45s.
He's like holding a side lateral at 245. Can't talk. 245. Yeah, they're hard. 245-pound plates, one in each hand, and he holds the lateral raise, and he starts on his knees, and he like lifts it, then basically does like a get up from a kneeling position, and it's just like it's the overacting in it. He's an actor, right? You know,
Mhm.
and he's just like grunting and like acting like it's so hard, but it's like I know it's Stallone. He's like big. He's got muscles, but it's like to hold 245-pound like plates like that for I don't know whatever it was like 10, 15 minutes or minutes, seconds. I like everyone. I don't think he can do that because I like doing like 30-pound dumbbells like for reps is like my upper limit. Like 30 is like a lot. So I was like to hold 45 is just like ridiculous. So it's like super odd, and then the way he's acting when he's doing it, he's like grunting and oohing and ahhing. It's like, of course, it's fake weights, and it's like, why even? You're Sylvester Stallone. Why are you doing that? It doesn't make any sense.
What did Greg Doucette say?
I don't even know. I didn't. It looks like from this thumbnail thing, he actually did it.
No, you didn't watch it either.
No. I who did I watch talk about it? Scott Herman. I don't know if you know Scott
I
Herman.
think so. Yeah.
He's a natty guy.
I think
He used to be really big. He's not. He doesn't like pull the same amount of numbers nowadays. But he was one of the Scott Herman was one of the guys I would used to watch a lot of his informational stuff on like how to do things.
Is that the guy from like Boston?
Yeah, he has the big. Yeah, he said barbell.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah. He when I was like learning how to work out before I even got into like kinesiology related stuff, he was the guy I would listen to. But I think I listened to him talk about it. And then you just Google Stallone whatever, and there's just a million different of like these type of videos like saying fake weights. It's just like I don't understand why he would even do that. No one cares that you would do that.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. While we're looking at this page, though, it just reminded me how happy I was to see Greg Doucette and Mike Israetel like collaborate on something.
Oh yeah, did you listen to that?
I watched both of them. Yeah, and not arguing with each other.
Yeah, they actually
like having a good
pretty civil.
conversation.
Oh yeah, there was two. I think I just listened to this one. The Bulker cut.
I listened to both.
What was this other one about?
Can all individuals be like
elite?
elite, like in terms of like lifting? Can all people, if like they train hard, have good routines, whatnot, get to like these certain benchmark numbers
Yeah.
for lifting?
What do you say about that?
No.
No, yeah, I would agree. You can train really hard and get better, but
There is genetics involved.
for sure. But the bulk and the cut thing, it was interesting because I don't think Doucette really said much. It was more just him listening to Israel's points, but what Israel had to say is like at an elite level, what he said is you have to be doing that bulk and cut type of thing because just the main gaining, it's just you're like maxed out. You're just like so close to maxed out on your potential that you're not gonna really gain the benefits of the main gaining as much, which makes sense because like they talk about newbie gains when you're new to exercise. Yeah. You can lose weight and gain muscle easier because the stimulus is new, and just doing any type of exercise you're gonna probably see results. But when you're at that higher echelon level, because I think he's coming at it from a different perspective, Israel, because he's a bodybuilder and he trains a lot of those type of guys.
Who are more experienced, higher experience levels, more serious about it.
Yeah. I'd like to see exactly, because Doucette doesn't really talk about his clientele base all that much. I mean, he posts videos sometimes, but they usually look like just more like regular type of people, of the ones I can think of that he's posted on like Instagram and whatnot. And I feel like it's more just like your average kind of folks that are just trying to get in shape that aren't really exercisers,
Yeah.
So I think their clientele base is a little bit different, and therefore their approach is different. I'm personally a fan of the main gain type of thing, but I've never been in like Israel's kind of position where I've reached that super pinnacle of like a lot of muscle mass and trying to make those marginal gains. I probably never will. It's just something that sounds really
I mean, I think around
boring.
our size for right now, like main gaining is like a totally viable option, right? Because
yeah.
we have a lot of like natural room to grow.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, I've been training for a long time, but like I'm not anywhere close to where like I'm maxed out on like muscle mass or
'Cause that hasn't-
super lean.
That hasn't always been like consistently the goal, is packing on size.
Yeah, no.
You know, so
No.
even though we've been training for a long time, that hasn't necessarily been the goal the whole time.
Yeah, it's more like sport performance.
Yeah.
I think for both of us really.
Yeah. Although now my lifting is kind of catered towards putting on size,
Yeah.
so it's not like I'm really doing any power training at the moment per
Mhm.
se. I mean, I was doing obviously more sport performance type stuff previously,
Yeah.
but now I'm going back to like bodybuilding-ish type workouts.
Mhm.
You know, so.
Yeah, it's interesting. With when I am lifting weights and whatnot, I don't. I know better. I shouldn't do this, but I kind of circle out movements more frequently than I should. You know, and dude, I get so fucking sore, especially like hamstrings and quads. Like I did lunges the other day, and the first time I did lunges, normally I do like a squat movement, like either on the Smith machine.
Lunges
or,
mess you up.
Or usually on the Smith machine. But I decided to switch it up and do lunges. Oh my god, bro, my shit was fucked up, brutal.
Yeah, I mean, I remember. I think it was like Israel talking about it, because like lunges are a little bit unique, and like the stretch that you're putting, like the load under stretch is like significant. You know, so there's a lot of muscle damage.
Yeah.
Because of lunges. But yeah, I mean, they're no joke. I've been working them in slowly, like 1 or 2 sets right now.
Mhm.
I mean, after I squat, but still like 1 or 2 sets for the moment. But they're a solid exercise. They're definitely a staple when I'm on a full split. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to do like lunges all the time when I was into like my super Isertel phase. I was just like super structured on my weight training routine.
Yeah, I'll get back into that. That's what I'm trying to go with it.
Anything else on here that I care to bring up? Oh yeah, just the performance in Hannington burritos. That's hilarious. Have you seen this?
No.
There's this lady. She's like an endurance runner. I don't really understand why, but she was doing she got popped for steroids.
As I said, the thumbnail's pretty funny. They're like injecting steroids into a burrito.
Into the burrito.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny is Canelo said that. Well, he said tacos, but he said that like the same kind of thing. Oh shit, where? Oh, right here. What's her name? Nindaro. Oh wait, oh that's not her name. That's the name of the steroid, I think. Oh, Decaratos. What does he do exactly? I don't even know. I think she's an endurance runner, so I'm just like, why is she taking steroids? She said that, and then like a bunch of different people in the fitness industry have just been posting like pictures eating burritos and stuff. It's pretty funny. Yeah, whatever. I don't even know. It is what it is.
I was gonna say, 'cause we were talking about like training legs for a second there, and I've mentioned it before, but I still want like a. I wish the gym was more, or the Y was more like a gym's gym. It does, like I've been complaining about. It doesn't really. It has the barbells and like the Smith machine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't have like, and leg extensions. I'm sure all. I mean, those should be a given anyways. But like how are you not gonna have any other type of like, you know, like leg machines? Like it's still like, it's kind of like community center feel, I guess. But like,
Yeah.
by now, I mean, it's modern enough that it should have like, at least the leg press. I know we had it and got rid of it, but like, I just wish like it was more of a gym.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta talk to our boy Eric.
Yeah, I probably should. Oh.
He's the one. I mean, I don't know how much kind of control he has over there, but he seems to be the one to speak to about that kind of stuff. Cause, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
It's not, you know. I mean, have you looked into like the EOS or the one over in Wine Gardens?
No, not until I like planning on going back to the gym. I mean, I'll probably still end up going back to the YMCA just because it's right here and like, yeah, people who go there, you know. but like I would go there for like a week, or if they have like a free membership for like the week just to try it out,
Yeah.
just for the fun of it.
What was the name of that, your one client that was your friend that you were working with for like a few months?
Maria?
Yeah. Did she go there?
Yeah, the YMCA.
Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure I just remembered. I think I saw her outside in the open area.
Yeah, she started there like a month and a half ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I told her she was gonna like pay me to like just write a program and give it to her. You know?
That's right.
But I told her like, hey,
Contreras.
honestly, just do Brett Contreras' monthly programs or whatever.
She's been doing that?
Yeah, she's been doing that. Yeah, it's 3 days a week, with like 2 optional like booty days or something like that. But she said she just throws that workout on the end of her other workouts, or whatever, because I think it's like a smaller little thing.
Just glue emphasis.
Yeah, but she said she likes it, so.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah. Speaking of like pre-written programs, so I think I talked to you. Yeah, I definitely did. I'm with the business advisors.
Yeah.
The SBDC or whatever. I took this webinar thing last night. Actually, it was like how to sell if you're not a salesman. It was taught by a different guy as part of the program. It was pretty good. It was pretty interesting. It helped get some ideas on how to sell things. So, but I met with my personal advisor this morning, and like we primarily talking about personal training stuff. But I'm trying to get that locked in. But what I tend to notice is that it's really hard to sell programs, because with fitness, I feel like it's almost 100% of my business is just like people you know, or people that know you and refer you to someone else. You don't really, very, very rarely do you sign up with a trainer that you don't really know at all.
Unless it's through a gym, you're saying. Right?
Yeah, unless it's through a gym, and you have that orientation session. But it's mostly through referral, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's that personal kind of connection you have with people. So I was like trying to talk to him, like, how do you, we didn't really figure it out 100%, but I'm gonna start kind of working on that after I get the PT stuff figured out. Is like, how do you sell those programs when like the only people that sell those type of programs is the big fitness influencer type people like Brett Contreras, or there's a million different ones of them. It's like, how do you sell that kind of thing as just a regular trainer? Because like the personal connection, and if you have like personal connection with someone, they'd probably rather work out with you directly than get like a program right now. You know what I mean? So it's hard to figure out that gap. I don't know.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, I'm starting to think about it a little bit myself, because I obviously made a decision not to join the Navy, so I'm thinking about like work, but I told you like I'm gonna start flying,
Yeah.
And I kind of got to see like, I think next month I should be like actually flying by that time. But I got to see like the workload with that, because I'm trying to do it often so I can get it done quickly.
Yeah.
But I'm still planning on doing like that gig I do twice per week, that landscaping, so I have some money.
Yeah.
I'd also like to work a little bit more, and then, like training is probably like the best way to do it, because it's really only an hour at a time per se.
Yeah.
But what would be the best way for me to pick up like a few clients, type thing? Because it probably is like friends and what's it called, references and whatnot. But I was like, I don't know. I'm just thinking out options. Like, would I want to go back to the YMCA and like get a client or two? And it's like, that's not ideal, because I'd rather just get more money, and but it would be a free membership too,
Yeah.
Or like, do I go on Craigslist and start promoting on Craigslist?
Well,
Do I promote my Instagram? Because I do get like some old soccer. I trained an old soccer buddy through my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I just started promoting it, and he hit me up. And I trained him for like 2 months maybe, or something like that.
Yeah.
A month and a half. Yeah, I think it'd be like 15 sessions, whatnot, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so what I figured out with my business advisor guy is, I think I told you, he had me write down basically how much money I made every month from all my clients, and then all my business expenses, and then all my like just living expenses, because basically I'm like a sole proprietor, so what I spend personally is like, I have to consider that in my budget, basically, just because I'm a one-man show, right? So he had me do all that, and then I sent it over to him, and they put it into this template, and basically showed me, this is how much money you're making, this is how much you're spending, this is your net profit. It's like, how much money do you want to spend on marketing? I was like, dude, I don't really understand marketing as a personal trainer, because everything I've done has not really worked out, like Google Ads, my website, I get very little traffic through that. Social media, very little, a little bit. My sign thing that I set up in the park, people take business cards, but I don't really get any follow through on that. So I was like, I don't fucking understand. And then like I signed up for the Lakewood Chamber of Commerce, but I feel like I did it at a bad time because it was COVID and they weren't having events and stuff. But he was like, okay, no, I think that's good. And he was, like I said earlier, that personal connection with people is really the key. So he's like, all right, since the mask mandate is done as of yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday. And within the next month or so, these things should start having more events. And he was like, you gotta start going to all those fucking events. And then he was like, you signed up for the Lakewood Chamber of Commerce. Says spending marketing money on whatever, Google Ads, whatever. Just take all that marketing money and spend it into joining a few different Chamber of Commerce. He said like 4 or 5 of them. I was like, shit, alright. And then every event, you just go to these different events and go to lunches, and that's all your marketing money. So spending it on being a member of a Chamber of Commerce and then going to lunches and stuff and just building that connection with people. So yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna start going about it.
Well, that's like the old, just straight up networking.
Yeah. But it's like if you don't have that personal connection with someone, they're probably not going to sign up for you at training, So it's like, why spend money on Google Ads just to kind of try and catch just random people on the internet, which I've gotten a few from there, but I'm excited to see how that goes. So I don't know.
I mean, it makes sense.
I don't know how much you're really trying to spend on marketing for that kind of stuff. But it's relatively cheap, really, in terms of marketing dollars. Is to even just joining one. I think the Lakewood Chamber of Commerce. What was it? I think it was like $150-$200 for the year. So it's not too much really.
Yeah.
And then your return on investment's relatively high. Now at least with like events happening.
Yeah.
So that's my plan going forward is just going to a bunch of those.
That's a solid plan.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense just thinking about how you gain clients as a personal trainer, So, and the other thing is like, I've been creating kind of an email list from my website. I have a handful of those, and then my current client list, I have their emails. And then what I was thinking is actually talking to Eric and getting back into the system and going through and getting all my old clients, old Y clients, emails. Because I was like, I don't feel like that's shady or anything. Old clients, and just getting everyone's email, and then he said like at least once a month sending out like an email thing of different like just promo things you got. And I was like, I've always thought about doing that, but I just never like followed through on it. I was like, all right, so those are my new two marketing things I'm gonna start doing.
Solid.
So hopefully that works out.
I feel that.
It's just trying to stay consistent.
How many clients do you have right now?
Like 9. So I have like, yeah. So I have like 7 individuals and 2 that do as a buddy thing. So like the goal I kind of set with him for the end of the year is I'm trying to get to 12 one-on-ones and 3 or 4 groups by the end of the year. It's what I'm trying to shoot for. And like he just said, like, this is how much money you're spending on marketing, and you're gonna gain like this many clients every month, and like just go do it. I was like, bet.
How are you charging them? Do you like, what are you doing, like sessions, or what are you doing?
I do them, no, I'm doing by like the monthly thing, but for new clients going into the future, because a lot of the clients I have right now, I either are like family, friends, or friends, or people I got from the Y. Going forward, any new people, there's this new whatchamacallit, personal training platform that I found. Well, it's not just personal training, but it's also like health coaching too, which I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate that too, but I'm just focused on PT for right now. But it's called Practice Better, and you can actually send like an invoice directly through that platform and like charge people and do it like that. So I was like, going forward, I'm gonna start using that because the other program I was using, TrueCoach, I like it. It's pretty good, but it's built more towards PT and like programming for like remote clients. Not really in person people quite as much, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can't invoice, and there's just way more options through this platform. Practice Better. So I'm gonna start using that. Otherwise, right now I've just been using like Venmo or through like credit card through my website. Even that, it's just kind of like that. I really like that. Yeah, and that Practice Better platform I found through this podcast. You know Mark Sisson? He's I brought him up a couple weeks ago. He's the Primal Blueprint guy.
Mm-hmm.
Primal Diet guy. He was on the JRE.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably about a month and a half ago. I talked about his JRE performance on here, but he didn't even talk about this on the podcast, but he has his own health coaching certification. It's called Primal Health Coach. I was like, okay, interesting. And then they I guess couple of health coaches, I guess I'm assuming they're certified through him. He has, I don't exactly know, but they're the two hosts of it, but it's called the Primal Health Coach podcast or whatever, so I'm assuming he owns it. But they were talking, I've been listening to that just to learn more about health coaching related stuff, and yeah, they mentioned that and I looked into it. It's a really good platform. I really like it, so I'm gonna start using it. Yeah.
That's solid.
And then I think I talked about this last time too, like talking more, or referring more from physicians. Did I talk about that last time?
You talked about trying to do that, yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about in that podcast. Yeah, I just don't know how it's going to happen though.
Yeah,
Physicians are just kind of hard to reach, you know?
yeah, it's hard to get your foot in the door, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I talked to the business advisor guy today. He was like, yeah, man, I don't really know what to tell you on that one. And physicians are really hard to reach. And he didn't really know of any, like, networking. Because he showed me this one, professional networking thing, a little bit more formal than just like a Chamber of Commerce. It's called BNI, something networking. Something, but it's called BNI. I have the notes on it. I can't fucking remember. We covered a lot of stuff, and this professional networking thing. But he's like, I don't really know of any type of thing like that for physicians. So I was like, fuck, bro. It's frustrating because I know I'm capable of helping a lot of people and doing that. Just explain that to like someone who's so inundated in like the pharmaceutical kind of route and
Yeah.
in health, it's challenging.
Have you thought about the pursuing the triathlon or golf niche?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I've been just kind of keeping those on the back burner. With the triathlon, yeah, I think I talked about it. I reached out to a bunch of people that did the Legacy Triathlon 2 years ago, the one I'm going to be doing in July. And none of those worked out. So, it is what it is. It's 100% of the shots you don't take. But what I've really been waiting on for that in particular is the shop that I get all my stuff from, TriZone, over in Los Al. I've been waiting for them to start up their Try It Out program. Did I talk to you about this?
I think you mentioned it.
They have this Try It Out program. Basically, it's like a prep program for a triathlon. And I asked them if they would be willing to have me in as like a person to teach and whatnot. So I'm basically waiting for that to start up. And I'm surprised it hasn't yet, because like triathlons are going on in the Southern California area,
Yeah.
There's one like literally about a month from now. So in that regard, that's the only one I got for triathlons. And then for golf, I went around to all the courses and gave them my thing and said like, hey, like golf fitness thing. But I think we talked about this last time. The problem is that there isn't really like a inset kind of like what I'm trying to do, a lot of, pretty much none of the courses around here have like a golf fitness instructor, you know?
No.
They don't really have, so they don't really know exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to explain it, but I should follow up on some of
It'd be
those.
sick if
I
like
haven't
they had
thought
like
about that.
a gym facility and there was like a strength and conditioning
Yeah, that's
spot.
yeah, that's the thing. Like not like only one of them, the one over in Seal Beach, Old Ranch, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally out of all the courses in the area, of like Long Beach and northern Orange County. Like that's the only one that has a gym.
Hmm.
So it's like shit.
I feel like that'd be a little more common now. You'd expect.
Have a gym.
Yeah.
Well, that's just because it's a country club, so it's not just a golf course.
I know, but for country clubs, I'd expect that to be like a little more common now, or at least up and
Yeah.
coming.
I would think so too. So, you know, it's just about having like a. Same thing with the physician is just having like that person that you already have like a relationship and just being like, hey, will you reference me, and building that network. But it's like when you're kind of out of the bubble, it's just like fuck, I don't know where I even start.
Yeah, like getting your foot in the door. Yeah, I mean, especially like when you're not like a big brand or persona yet.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just like slow going. It's very slow going. That's like number one thing for me in like business related stuff. It's just very slow going, and I just have zero patience. And one thing that Gary Vaynerchuk always posts about on his Instagram page is like patience as an entrepreneur. So I try and like keep it together and not like freak out too much. So I always just want to like go and doing something and like progressing towards something. Sometimes it's just like there's nothing. It is what it is at the time, you know?
Yeah.
Just gotta just kind of ride it out until another opportunity comes up. So patience is key. It's tough.
I agree. Yeah.
Dude, how long are we going for?
I don't know where we at.
37 minutes. Fantastic. So yeah, that's it with the fitness related stuff, or business related stuff, I guess. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to having those Chamber of Commerce things. And the guy is super nice. He's based out of Seal Beach, but he said he's like big into the Cerritos Chamber of Commerce. I don't know why, for whatever reason. But he was like, if you join there, I'm like a big member there. He's like, if you join and you go to a thing, let me know. I'll introduce you to some people, and like try and get you going. I was like, hey man, that I guess that's like that kind of step in, you know.
Yeah.
In a way, is just having that guy. So I'm definitely gonna follow up on that and do the Cerritos Chamber of Commerce. That's it. That's all I got going on, business wise.
I got no business.
No business.
I got no business.
So like, how many clients are you trying to train, like, have right now, or do you have like a set?
I don't really have. I mean, start out with a couple. It really depends what the workload's gonna be like when I start flying. You know.
Yeah, I feel like that's just like a full-time type of thing.
Well, it's not, because I can't. I'm only gonna fly for probably fly an hour session, like or an hour up in the air, and then another time at the.
Well, like trading, like book stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm doing some book stuff now, but I don't know. We'll see. Well, I mean,
Is it like a program, like where it's like?
I mean, it depends. There's stuff you can do it like that. You can get like an accelerated programs that get you to like, get you flying for your commercial license. Yeah, it just depends. You can do it yourself, but it really does depend on you, the route you want to take with it. So,
Didn't know that.
Yeah. So.
I figured it was kind of like training, you know, like there's certifying bodies.
I mean,
you have
yeah.
to go through one of them.
I mean, you have to get, because my dad's going to get his, CFI, Certified Flight Instructor, so he's going to have his license and he's going to be my instructor, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But then you just have to, yeah, so, I mean, we're kind of figuring out all the little intricacies and stuff you have to get done. You know, I have to get my medical done pretty soon, so I can get in the plane. But, yeah, it really depends how much I'm going to be doing with that.
Yeah.
To figure out how much I can take on while, doing my other stuff.
That's just the main focus for right now, though.
Yeah, because that will give me some like structure to base off the rest of my days, and that's what I'm kind of looking forward to. Just because like I like being able to like do my own thing and whatnot, but like I need like consistency and like routine to like
Yeah.
base the rest of my structure off of, the rest of my days off of.
Yeah, routine is key. Especially, especially when school's done. Like we talked about this before, I think. Like the routine of school, and you have like the classes at this time, and you have to be there. And once that's done, then you're just kind of like out there fucking doing whatever. It's just like it's almost kind of like the opportunities and what's you can do is almost kind of like shit. What is it called? Paralysis, where it's like you have a million different things, so it's like, what can I do with all this time? And then you just kind of end up fucking playing video games or whatever, and wasting a bunch of time. Just trying to figure out what you're doing with that.
Yeah, like I'm getting stuff done, and like studying various things, but like I feel like a lot of the stuff like I'm getting done now, I could still probably get done most of that if I had like another major thing going on, because it would like help me like block my schedule up a little bit more optimally or efficiently, because I am wasting more time than I need to right now, although I think compared to others,
like making the most out of your time. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm like that too. Whenever I'm like not doing something that I feel is the most efficient use of my time, I'm just like, I feel kind of shitty.
Yeah. Although I'm still getting my ducks in a row at the moment, I did just kind of make a major switch, so I'm not that stressed out about it. I'm just ready for it to happen when it does happen.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is, like, both of us are both really into fitness, so that, like, at least grounds us in something where it's like, at least you have, like, your workout and you're staying active and you're physically feeling good. You're not, like, feeling like shit just not doing anything, Because, like, those type of people where they don't have...
Squat.
Huh?
Squat.
Oh, yeah, squat. Yeah, they don't have, like, shit going on, but also, like, they don't even at least exercise and stay disciplined with that. I'm just like, I don't know, like, what the fuck are you doing all day,
Yeah. I mean, right now my day-to-day is pretty much jiu-jitsu, working out. Usually, like I do have another book that's in my schedule now. So I got that book that I'm reading a little bit more consistently. Like guitar, I'm still kind of on that pretty consistently, for the most part daily. And then depending on the day, possibly working too, So those are at least give me a few things to like, knock out throughout the day, and they build on top of each other day after day,
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know what I just thought about is I think I brought this up on the podcast probably 2 months ago, but I listened to this book, Atomic Habits.
You mentioned it.
Yeah, okay. So I downloaded the habit tracker thing that they have, and I kind of followed that for a little bit, but then I was like, it was kind of annoying. And you know what I started noticing is I follow a couple like business type of things on Instagram, and I just started knowing the trend of like all these really rich people that talk about like Elon and Warren Buffett is just habits, and it made me start thinking about that book, and I was like, it annoys me when I listen to a book or read a book, but I don't really incorporate what I learned, So I was like, there was some really useful knowledge in there that I could use, and it was specifically for habits, like what they're talking about. So I went and actually got the book thing. So now I have the book, and it has like 4 different sections, and it has like a line a day where you write out 1 line a day, and then it has the same habit tracker thing. So I have all like different type of things that I want to be focused on, and it has a journal, and I have like a section for all different things I want to focus on, like my LB certified stuff, like the Fit After 50 stuff, my golf stuff, because I'm trying to really work on my golf game, and a bunch of others,
I feel that.
So I'm really just trying to develop those habits where it just becomes subconscious, and I'm not even thinking about it. It just becomes like part of it, and I do it. Because, man, sometimes, as much as I try to be disciplined, I just lack a lot, I'm not using that time efficiently.
It kind of just reminded me that I was going to check my nephew's golf page before going to the range today, so I could find a drill or something to do.
What? Just picking up random tips.
Kinda, yeah. I just gotta have him come out here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you probably need someone to like really like look at your stroke and like figure out what the actual issue is in it, and then go from there and find some drills that actually like will help, you know. I'm not smart enough to identify problems.
This is gonna be a fucking nightmare when I go to this bachelor party and have to golf.
What,
See,
is that like?
you got a solid ass swing, look.
Well, yeah. He fucking is a golf instructor, but I mean.
Yeah, I mean you got a scholarship to Laverne too.
To play golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Jesus Christ.
I better get on the fucking ball.
When is that? That's coming up like.
That's in July.
Yeah, it's
I think towards the last week of July.
Yeah, you got like a month and some change there.
Yeah.
Yeah, start figuring that out. I'm running out of shit to talk about, but I just remember one thing. Dude, I swear this health coaching.
Did you hear that duck?
Jesus Christ! I was like, what duck? Dude, I'm sweaty just sitting here. This is ridiculous. It's so hot.
I rinsed off my hose after my workout, so I'm just kind of
bro.
like a wet dog.
That's nasty. You didn't even like soap or anything?
No.
Oh my god.
Well, I already showered earlier, and I know I'm gonna sweat at the range, so it's like, do I want to take 3 showers today?
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Yeah. But I do just be kind of like stewing right now, marinating.
Disgusting. What the fuck was I gonna say? Skew over there. I'm not trying to smell that. Oh, dude, yes, this health coaching gig, dude, it just keeps coming with gems. There's at least a couple good ones each week. There was this guy.
This should be a segment, a regular segment.
Yeah. I'm done in August though, so I'm like, fuck. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so there's this gentleman. I can't remember exactly. He was like 2-something, like 250-something. You know, very overweight. He was like a programmer or something. He was working from home. No physical activity really, I don't think. If he was just doing like walking or whatever. And then, oh yeah, no, he wasn't doing any physical activity, and his goal was to walk like 2 times per week for like 30 minutes or like 60 minutes. I can't remember exactly. Alright, and you know, not really trying to make any like dietary changes really. That was it. And then, you know, his goal was to lose weight. I was like, okay, yeah, you know, whatever. A goal's a goal, even if it's just walking 2 times per week. It is what it is. And then at the end, I was like, how many questions, comments, concerns, just to finish it up? And he was like, yeah, what if I end up losing weight too quickly? Huh? What the fuck are you talking about? People are so delusional, so lost. They're like, I was like, I didn't even know what to say without just being like a complete dick. I was like, why would you think you're gonna lose too much weight?
Yeah.
It's, you know, back like what we talked about last week. I forget what the situation was, but you gotta frame it nicely and like be motivating.
I explained to him like, you see right now, like there's a weight you want to be, and you're overweight. So if you lose weight, like, you'll come down to like where you want to be. So that's good. You know, like.
Yeah.
You're not underweight. You're fat. Like you need to lose the weight. Like don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, why would you be worried about? But also you're just not even really doing much to even lose that much weight.
Yeah.
You're not making any dietary changes, and you're walking like 2 times per week. You're gonna increase your calorie expenditure by like a couple hundred calories a week. You know.
Yeah.
So like what?
Don't get worried.
And I was just trying to explain this in the nicest way possible. I was like, yeah, I don't think that's something you gotta worry about, dude.
That's not gonna be an issue for you.
Yeah, not gonna be an issue. I'd be surprised if you lost any weight, honestly.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. All right, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else going on. Yeah.
Until next time.
Yeah. Until next time. This one we'll have something ready to go next time. this was tough.
We got a few topics in there.
Yeah, we had a few things in there. We did a good 15 minutes. That's fine. Staying consistent. That's what's key there. So yeah. Till next time. This is Performance Academy podcast with Zach
And Josh.
and we're out. Peace.